Hi, this is Tom with BV Security. Today we're going to be taking a look at what you need to consider when planning for a new video security system. We're going to get into some details about different factors that might change what you need and what you're looking to install. The first thing you're going to want to consider is, what do you already have? Now, if you already have a security camera system in place, there might be some infrastructure there that we can work with. Do you already have cable in place? Do you already have a power supply in place? If you can answer yes to either one of these, we can cut down on some of the items you'll need to buy and make the overall installation process a lot simpler. If we don't, then we can take a look at what's going to be the easiest setup for you going forward. Are we going to be able to pull network cables, and where do they need to be? The second thing we want to think about is, where are we going to need coverage? Now, we're going to use a very different camera if we're covering a very large parking lot versus a small office room. We're going to use a very different camera if we need to see an entryway 300 feet away than if we need to get an overall view of a store, for instance. The next thing we want to consider is storage. How long do we need to hold on to this video? For something like a home or a small business, 2 weeks might be okay. But in certain industries, there's mandates that might require you to keep 90 days to 6 months of video footage. This is very important to know going in, so we make sure we get the right recorder that can hold the right amount of hard drives to begin with, instead of having to worry about upgrading in the future. The last thing we need to think about is how many cameras we're going to need for our installation. Now, one thing I always recommend to all the customers is plan to expand. If you know that you need 4 cameras, make sure you get a recorder that can handle 8 cameras. Because time and time again we see that once we get all the cameras up and we see what we actually have, we're gonna find places that we didn't think about to begin with, or as our business changes, we have new needs. It's much better to be prepared for that up front than it is to have to throw out your recorder and buy all new to start from the ground up. So, those are a few things that we want to consider when planning for a new system. Keep following us and watch our subsequent videos where we go more in depth on planning out your video camera system. Again, this has been Tom with BV Security. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.